Hey guys, okay, welcome back. All right, so there's a trick to this. Welcome to Becca's Cook, by the way. And so back to what we are going to be cooking, or actually it's already baked. This is what we're going to learn how to bake right here. Okay, so this is the beignet. All right, so this is a really tricky part. First of all, ready to get your hands dirty and get them sticky. Okay, so if you think that this is part of it's not supposed to look or how it's supposed to feel, the texture of it, it's so just get ready to get your hands dirty, sticky. It's really fun. And so then I pretty much what I did is and of course I will give you the instructions and the recipe as well, because what it is this is how it's going to look. So it's going to rise, and then of course before we get it all laid out, this is how pretty much it's going to look like. Okay, so it's not even ready yet. Okay, so and of course as you see that we have the flour, make sure that you have plenty of flour because I pretty much prevent it from getting sticky. Okay, so that's what you want to do. All right, so I have my roller pin here, and what you want to do is also have a pizza cutter, okay, because you're going to want to cut half of the dough. And you can even save it for later, and you can let it rise a little more. It already has rise to the texture of what it needs to be. But now what we're doing is we're going to flatten it out. And all we're doing is we're flattening it out, and we're using the roller pin. So right now what I have is I have the oven on to 275. So depending on the color of the bake, of the pastry, of the beignet, of what you want, you don't want it too brown. So what I did is I pretty much let it cook or bake just a little bit. So if you want a little lighter, just make sure that you keep an eye on it. And because it's also depending on the elevation of where you're at, that's another thing. Okay, so while I am flattening this out, and it's pretty much ready as well, what you want to do is you're going to use the pizza cutter, and it's going to help you give you that square that you want it to be. If you want it square, you want it triangle or rectangle. This is a fun day for family. Just be aware that it's very sticky, so if you think that you're doing something wrong because it doesn't feel the texture's not right, you're fine. As long as you follow the instructions and from what you're needing to do, then you should be fine. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding all the side ones there. Now because this is already made, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one because this one just looks and it feels right. So I just flatten it out. So I don't want it too flat because I want at least some of that poofiness. And the only way for you to know that it had already has that texture is because of the yeast. There are quite a bit of recipes of beignet on how you should make them. I did not add yeast, or excuse me, I did add yeast, and I add 1 egg to it. I did not add baking powder, baking soda to this, just because the recipe that I used did not call for that. So, and this is the best way for me to show you on what this is going to look like. Okay, so, and then afterwards you can sprinkle the powdered sugar. Okay, because that's another thing that you want to give a little bit of sweetness to it. Or you can even add jelly on top of it and have it with your morning coffee. So I'll be right back, guys, and stay tuned, because this is where it's you're going to see the difference of it. See you soon.